What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Aydian here. It is noon on a Sunday for surgery. I am still in pajamas. I know these don't really look like pajamas, but they are pajamas. They're not really pajamas. They're just clothes that I wear to bed and call pajamas. But first and foremost, before we start this video today, this vlog of the day, I want to thank everybody who has shown their support on the last video I posted. Just so much love. So many trans masculine people coming out and telling me that they are experiencing the same thing and that they've talked to no one, zero, nada, nobody about it. So it's really cool to be opening the platform so that people can share their stories and we can make this less of a taboo subject and we can help our community some more. So I just want to take a moment and thank everybody for their love and support. And if you haven't caught that video, you should go back and watch that video.
You want to take responsibility for your life. I got me here, I can get me out of this.
I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Today, Sunday, is the last weekend day before surgery, and so it's all about cleaning, food shopping lists, getting things ready so that Jaylee and I can have our work week ahead of us and not have to overly stress about little things. So right now, I'm cleaning my mess in our room because my closet's in our room. So I'm cleaning up all of this, doing some laundry. I'm also simultaneously listening to a webinar, but like I'm half listening to it and half not listening to it, and Lucky is sleeping like every cat does on Sunday afternoons. It's been rainy here all day yesterday, all day today, so very springtime, but the house is a mess, so I'm just cleaning as much as I can. Jaylee is here making lovely lists on lists for just like, we like to make our meal lists. Now, it's not every single meal, but our dinner meals. And we make that so that we can go food shopping and we can stay on target. Because otherwise you go food shopping and spend like $300 on like random shit that you're not even gonna eat. So, we have our budget, our weekly budget for our food. And the best way to stay on that budget is to come up with lists. So Jaylee is here just like making lists, looking at Pinterest. That's where you get a lot of your stuff from, right?
Yeah, the anti-inflammatory stuff for your surgery, I'm finding a lot on Pinterest, yeah.
Yeah, which is awesome. I'm not a big Pinterest person, but Jaylee is. She uses it all the time, and I thought, after finding all the stuff she found, I'm like, I should have used Pinterest, but it's okay. So we're just coming up with some meals here, and then we also have like our weekly schedule that Jaylee and I keep up. Now we don't share everything on this, but it's just like a Monday through Friday thing. We leave above the sink so we see every day, just so that Jaylee and I are on the same page. We share a car, we know if someone's got the car or whatnot. It's just lots of like prepping, lots of cleaning. I'm pretty much gonna spend the whole day cleaning. Yeah, I guess I should probably just get back to doing that. Alright, so going about the day, and I haven't overly talked about the anti-inflammatory diet. That's because it's kind of self-explanatory based on the other video I made, but I figured maybe I'll just jump in and talk a little bit about it since I'm having a snack now. So I'm having a plum. This plum is so freaking good. I think mostly what I've been kind of doing is like fruit, veggies. They're really good go-tos on this diet because like I don't have to worry about anything. I can eat as much as I want, whenever I want. It's really like added sugars and white flours that I'm heavily staying away from. Jaylee and I eat a pretty organic, whole food diet already, so we haven't had to change too much. Just like little things, like, you know, the potato chips I would eat or whatever, the cereals I would have. Normally, like, you know, like, no, like, love pizza, that type of stuff. But as far as, like, our everyday things, I've been able to eat a lot of them. What would you say is probably the hardest thing for me, babe? Bread?
Yeah, bread.
You know, I love avocado toast in the morning, so I haven't been able to have bread.
Ice cream.
Ice cream, yes. But even this morning, like, we had a gluten-free waffle that had pancake, a gluten-free pancake, and it had no added sugars. It didn't even have sugar in it, actually. It was brown rice flour. So, you know, if you're somebody who grabs and opens boxes and packages a lot to eat, then I think that's when you're gonna have more problems. But most of the things I eat are like hummus and, you know, I don't really eat a lot of like white flour anyway, except for like in pizzas and stuff like that. So it's been fairly easeful. I've been a lot more lenient just as far as I've been hearing a lot of people have been sending me things, which I appreciate, but they're like, oh, no honey. And I'm like, oh, no honey. Because you're not supposed to have any added sugar or, you know, artificial sweeteners. But then it's like, is stevia, like, does that count? Does it not? And I've read some things where it does count. I've read things where it doesn't count. Agave syrup, like, you know, molasses, like these type of syrups, these type of sugars, I've been getting mixed messages on. So I've just been kind of like, you know, trying to weigh my options here. And I figure what I'll do is on Tuesday, that'll be 3 days before my actual surgery, I'm just gonna go completely all in, pretty much only, you know, whole foods. And then 3 days after surgery will be the same thing. And then again, I'm still gonna try I'm doing the 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after, but just kind of like leaning up. Like, what did I have that had something with agave in it? Oh, I had, there was a chocolate bar with stevia in it, right? Yeah. So it was like, oh, does this count? Does this not count? Because if I Googled, is stevia anti-inflammatory, I literally can get a bunch that say yes and a bunch that say no. So, you know, just kind of going with my gut and what feels best and what's serving me. And so I really feel like the last 3 days, starting Tuesday, what's going to serve me best is just going to be pretty much 99.9% clean eating foods, whole grains, that type of stuff. So, cheers. Okay, so I'm making sweet potatoes tonight, sweet potato fries for our burgers tonight, which are not really burgers. They're Janely's favorite vegan burger, but that's fine. I realized I should have done like a little video on how I make my sweet potato fries, but whatever, the time has already passed. I'll just tell you what I use. I use pretty much 3 ingredients. I like to use a 4th ingredient that I don't have. Cinnamon, lots of cinnamon, cayenne pepper, and ginger. Now, I wanted to use rosemary, but I do not have any rosemary. So, I'm skipping the rosemary, and then I added a tablespoon and a half of extra virgin olive oil, which is on the anti-inflammatory diet too. So, everything in here is cool. These are just like Trader Joe's organic sweet potatoes. Boom. And I'll put them in the oven at 400 for about 11 to 16 minutes and then flip them. And it's a wide range in time because it all depends on how you slice them. And you know, I agitate them so that they don't burn, but they're good. Alright, so I realized I never made an ending to this video as I'm editing it right now on Monday morning at 8:52 a.m. So I am making this a very informal ending. Again, thank you to everyone who showed their support. I have another video coming out tomorrow that will be based today, so I didn't want to combine 2 videos to make them too long. It seems like everyone's enjoying the anywhere from 7 to 14 minute window here, so thank you for all the love, and I will catch you tomorrow in today's episode. Peace.